KC, the giving machines are back. Every donation is a touchdown for those in need right here in the Chiefs community. Head down to Union Station together.
Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on when you've stumbled across us. Today, we're diving into a story that's stirring up real concern and conversation right here at Union Station. The place might be busy with commuters, students, and the usual rush hour buzz, but behind the everyday noise lies a quieter storm. Local council cuts to youth services that could reshape an entire community. Union Station has always been more than just a transport hub. For years, it stood as a meeting point, a link between generations, between opportunity and ambition. But this week, it's become the backdrop for frustration. Local councils have announced another round of budget cuts, and this time, youth programs are taking a serious hit. These are the same initiatives that give young people access to mentorship, sports, arts, and even mental health support. Things that might sound small on paper, but often make the biggest difference in real lives. Take 16-year-old Jaden, for example. He told us, "These clubs were my safe space after school. Now I've no idea where I'll go." It's a simple statement, but it captures what so many young people are feeling right now, that their futures are being decided without them even having a seat at the table. Parents and youth workers across the borough are warning that these cuts could undo years of progress in keeping young people off the streets, out of trouble, and connected to something positive. The council's defense: they say the cuts are unavoidable. Rising costs, reduced central funding, and growing demands in social care have left local budgets stretched to breaking point. It's a bit like trying to plug 10 holes in a sinking ship with only one cork. Something's going to give. Unfortunately, in this case, it's the youth services that didn't make the shortlist for survival. Here's the uncomfortable truth: youth services don't tend to make headlines until they're gone. You don't see their impact on spreadsheets, but you certainly feel their absence in rising antisocial behavior, loneliness, and lost potential. One campaign leader put it perfectly: you can't measure the value of a youth worker in numbers, but you'll notice when they're gone. Outside the council offices, small but growing protests are already taking place. Volunteers, parents, and teenagers are showing up with banners that read, "Our future matters and don't cut hope." For many of them, this isn't just about a building or budget line. It's about the idea of belonging, of being seen, and of having someone believe in them when no one else does. And this isn't an isolated case. Across the UK, councils are facing the same painful decisions. Over the past decade, more than 2/3 have reduced their youth service budgets. In some areas, entire networks of youth centers have vanished, replaced by, well, nothing. The irony is hard to miss. While governments talk about tackling knife crime, loneliness, and mental health crises, they are quietly dismantling the very services that help prevent them. Sure, local leaders insist they'll review the impact of these cuts in due course. But anyone who's ever been 15, with nowhere safe to go after school, can tell you the impact isn't waiting to arrive. It's already here. And maybe that's the real question we should be asking. What does it say about our priorities if the spaces that nurture our young people are always the first to go? As trains roll through Union Station and the city keeps moving, it's easy to forget that somewhere, a young person is losing the one place that made them feel seen. Because when we cut youth services, we're not just saving